together with your sports bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah. It's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always. My brother Tim, and today we got a decent show in store for you guys. We got, I believe, 15 games in the NHL. We got like 12 in the NBA or something like
11,
that.
yeah.
11 in the NBA. It's gonna be a decent show. So we're not gonna waste too much time here. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. One right, one wrong in the world of sports betting. It was a down day. I kind of expected that. It was nothing but basketball. So that usually doesn't spell anything positive when it's just nothing but basketball. College basketball went 3-5, down 0.45 units. Lost Texas State plus 3.5. Lost Southern Utah plus 13. They lost by 14. Yep. Rice plus 7 and plus 250 was a loser. Siena plus 12 was a winner. They were tied, and I believe Milwaukee hit a last-second shot, which lost me my plus 500.
Oh, jeez.
It was going to go to overtime, which they're probably going to lose in overtime, but still. But then we got High Point money line in Minnesota. Got the job done. So 3-5, but the two of the losses were 0.1 and 0.2 unit sprinkles, so down 0.45 units there. 1-3 in the NBA. Toronto, Orlando under 215.5 was a loser. The Utah Jazz were 100% not the play, plus 8, plus 250. They lose by, I think, 30.
Yeah, that was ugly.
And the ultimate question that we have to ask ourselves now is, can they put a total high enough for the Indiana Pacers?
Today it's 238.5.
The Pacers had a total of 251 last night and still went over by a lot. That game hit 312.
It was one of the highest scoring regulation games in like 20 years.
Yeah. So 1-3 in the NBA, down 1.08 units. Overall, 4-8, down 1.53 units. So slight down day, but nothing crazy. On
the site, we were profitable, Nick.
It feels like that's always how that works. I have a losing day, the site's profitable.
I mean, sometimes we get better numbers on sites and stuff. We had Texas State, which was a loser. We had Southern Utah, which the site had a 13 on it. I ended up getting a 14 personally, but I pushed. Rice, nowhere near it. Orlando Magic, nice winner. Indiana, winner. Siena, winner. What did you get on Minnesota, Nick?
16.5.
Okay, so we got I think when I bet it, I ended up getting a 19. So I think I pushed personally. The site got a 16.5. So that was nice to see. We were 4-3, up 0.75 units. So I'll take those days all day. Just even if they're the barely profitable days, that's fine. If it's in the green, I like it. So slightly profitable. Hopefully we can do it again today.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and say hi to the chat, and then we'll go through there. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. So some appreciation, subscribe, and share. Timmy, lots of NBA. Yes, a full-on NBA slate, a full-on NHL slate. Just a lot going on today, so buckle in. Value. Yes, lots of value today. As well as NHL. Now let's get it. Okay. Stacks Pod, Panthers plus 5. Stacks Pod record 104-99. Get it. App State beat UNCW by 30. And Murray State lost to UNCW in overtime the day before. I'm going over App State. I'm going over App State -2. How about y'all? I didn't touch that game. And those types of situations I look zero at. Just because one team beat another team beat this, and that, I don't look at that stuff. I look at my spreadsheet and what it says. And for Appalachian State, we have it at a pick'em. So if anything, it's a slight lean towards Murray State for us. And if anything, App State winning by 30 kind of makes us want to bet the opposite way. So, yes, it went way over. The game went way over. I cleared it by almost 80 points. Yep. Big college basketball slate, my guys. Let's get it. Morning, everyone. Earle Brothers, let's hit the books. Let's do it. We'll start off cold on the ice. And, wow, we happen to get this game to start it off, Nick.
Yeah. Gotta find which tab has the line history on it. I have way too many tabs.
Good job.
Oh, yeah. It's just part of having a bunch of tabs. There it is. All right. Now we can move this over from college or from basketball to hockey, and we can get into this game. We have the Washington Capitals and the Buffalo Sabres. Line open up at a 125. It's down to a 120. Line open up at a 6.5 -102. It's now at 6.5 at +104. So we have a move towards the under, and we have a move towards the Sabres in this spot here. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one here. Let me flip this over to the NHL. There we go. Where we have 42% of the tickets and 76% of the cash is on the Buffalo Sabres. It explains the line move towards them. And then we have 50% of the tickets, 59% of the cash is on the over, and the lines move slightly towards the under. Let's take a look at my projections for this game. We have let me find the game first. We have a bunch of 7 o'clock games. There we go. And it's not going to be lingering here. I have to switch that because it's going to be Darcy. It's going to be Darcy Kemper, not Lindgren, which that's I think better for Buffalo because Darcy's been slightly above average, but when you look at what Lindgren had done, he had been really good so far this season. I have this game projected for 6.63 goals, so I think that's about right. And I have the Capitals projected around -130, -135, so I think that line's about correct too. It'd be a lean towards Washington, if anything, in this game, but it's a no play for me. It's not enough value to pull the trigger. UPL's been slightly below average as well. Just a 1.04 goalie rating, one's average, so nothing crazy there. I have plenty of action on this hockey card, and it does not start here in Washington.
It does for me. I grabbed the Sabres and then the over in this game. I think you're going to see the Sabres offense start to – I know Tage Thompson's out, but I think you're going to start seeing this Sabres offense kind of pick it up a little bit. And you kind of started to see it against Chicago. They were starting to play a little bit better. And against the Capitals team, I'm not super high on. I think they're going to be able to score some. I'm on the over as well because I think UPL is going to allow up a couple. He is definitely vulnerable and can give up goals. So when it came to it, I double dipped on this one. I took the over and I took the Sabres on the money line in the first game of the day, Nick.
Fair, yeah. Washington actually has been playing surprisingly well so far this season.
They have.
I did not expect them to look this good so far.
Too many college basketball games. It hurts my brain. Hey, you got to get on it. And why the F is Michigan a dog today in college basketball? Because Memphis is better than them. Lean Sabres money line. Let's get it. Over. Yes. You don't trust the Sabres. Well, I mean, that's a lightsaber. I mean, Sabres, S-A-B-R-E-S. Hey, I trust my Sabres.
How do you trust the Sabres?
Oh, by the way, ECU women are playing right now.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Anyways, let's keep on, Nick.
Yeah. This is, I don't think, a game I've gotten to yet either. We have the New Jersey Devils and the Detroit Red Wings in this matchup here. We have the Devils as minus 150 favorites. Total is 6.5 in this game. Line opened up at a 136. It's up to a 148, so a 12-cent line movement towards NJ. We have this line opened up at a 127 for the over 6.5. It's now down to a 123, so a 4-cent line movement towards the under. Let's take a look here at the cash flow in this game. 80% of the tickets, 65% of cash is on the over. The lines move slightly towards the under. And we have 60% of the tickets and 98% of the cash is on the Devils, which explains the line move towards New Jersey. Let's take a look at my projections in this game, where we have the Detroit Red. I have the Red Wings as slight favorites in this game. And I think the only reason why I didn't pull the trigger last night was this is the Red Wings' first game back from Sweden. And it's going to be that. Yeah, I think they're the only team that played in Sweden to play a game back in the back in North America, United States. And this will be their first one. I think there's value on the Red Wings in this spot. It's going to be Alex Lyon in that for the Red Wings, and I believe he looked decent over in Sweden. To lean towards the Red Wings for me. I kind of want to pull the trigger on the Red Wings here in this spot. Definitely a strong lean towards Detroit. It's definitely dog or pass for me. But no play at the moment. I might pull the trigger on the Red Wings.
Yeah, this is not a game I got to. I looked at this one. You get once again, you get the Red Wings coming off the long trip over.
That doesn't bother me because they've had plenty of time off.
Correct. And then you get a Devils team that I personally do not trust right now, who have lost 4 out of their last 5 games, and I'm just not interested in going after this one. So 2 kind of fade spots for me for both teams. Pass on the game.
Yeah, fair.
Go to the chat real quick, Nick. I got a text back, Dad.
Yeah, he tried calling me too. Like he doesn't know when we go live. Where do you leave off? All right. I got paid a day early. There you go. Yo. Let's go, Joe Kryptonite. Devils money line. I could see it. Yo. Over in red. Investing Red Wings. And Earle Sports Betting saying live bet Buffalo plus 14.5.
11 a.m. game. Iona starts up 15-2.
Yeah. All right. Unbelievable, Dad.
Unbelievable. How could you?
Some people. Can you believe that, Tim? Some people.
Unbelievable. Yep. Anyways, should we head to the next game?
Yeah. Let me quickly get this bet in though on Buffalo. I got 14.5 at 123. Cool. 15-2 run in this game. Oh, I got minus 110. There we go. All right, cool. All right, let's move on to the next matchup here, where we have the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Edmonton Oilers. By the way, Tim, I was looking up tickets to this game last night. It would be really cool to see Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid live in person. Just flirting that out there would unfortunately be a little bit much, but we'll see. We have the Hurricanes minus 140 favorites. Or they opened up at minus 140 favorites. They're down to 139. This line opened up at a 6.5 at minus 120. It's now a 6.5 at minus 130. So a move towards the over and a slight move towards the Oilers in this game here. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this spot, where we have where is it? There it is. Where we have 87% of the tickets and 80% of the cash is on the Hurricanes. We have 66% of the tickets, 79% of the cash is on the over. So the line moving towards the over there. So that makes sense. Which it makes sense, and I 100% agree with because last night I did play the over. It's going to be Antti Ranta and Stuart Skinner. I have this game projected for 7.43 goals. I played the over 6.5 last night at minus 120. This is a spot where I see value on the number at 6.5 here. My numbers has 7. And I could see this being 3-3 at any given point. The Oilers, they've been playing better defense since they fired their head coach, but their goaltending still sucks. So that's not really going to help them too much. So I see the Hurricanes being able to get their own here in this game, and I do think that they'll be able to score as well. So I do like the over in this game, and I think the line's about correct. I think Carolina around -130 in this game. So, but I'm on the over here, over 6.5 Oilers and Hurricanes.
Well, I hope we're getting a lot of goals from the Canes side. I'm on the Canes today. I grabbed their puck line +170. It's a fade of Edmonton on the road, who is 2-7 on the road. Obviously, we know they went through an ugly stretch to start the year. You're going to get up against a Carolina team that's 5-1 at home, where their only home loss was against Florida. So not a bad loss. But this is a Canes team that's been absolutely dominant at home. They're going to be absolutely dominant at home all year. And I see them being up late in the third, getting an empty netter and covering a puck line. So give me the Canes in this one, Nick. +170 on the puck line.
Yeah. By the way, if you want to go to this game tonight, just let me know. This is going to be a good matchup.
I mean, if you're buying tickets, I'll go. That's fine.
Yeah, never mind
then. Steve Earle. What's up, fellas? Red Wings never in doubter. For what? Have a great rest of your show. I'll talk to you guys later. Sounds good. Everybody's saying hi to Steve in the chat. That's awesome. Under. No. I want to get a complete. I want to get a backwards compatible PS3. It's like $500 for one. What has happened? I have no clue. Why are the Oilers losing so much? Because the Oilers suck. Oilers suck now.
Because their goaltending is terrible.
Yeah. I'm going to take Blackhawks tonight.
Me too.
I think that's a perfect transition, Nick.
Yeah. Because we have the Chicago Blackhawks there on the road against the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets -140 favorites. Total of 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, where this line opened up at a -134. It's up to a 140. It did get up to a 147 last night, and that's when I placed my wager when it was at its absolute peak. The line opened up at a 6.5 at -116. It's now down to a 6.5 at -106. So a move towards the under and -108. My bad. A move towards the under and a move towards the Blackhawks in this one here. We have. Let's see. We have 82% of the tickets and 59% of the cash is on the Blue Jackets, and the line towards the Blackhawks. A little bit of a public favorite here with the Blackhawks here. 62% of the tickets, 46% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. My projections have this game at the Blue Jackets around -110. I'm shocked the number is where it is. I'm on the Blackhawks. Pyotr Mrazek has been actually really good this year, 0.879 goalie rating. And Merzlikins has really struggled at 1.075. I think they need to trade Elvis. He needs a change in scenery. He needs something different. He needs to get out of Columbus is his problem. And when you look at this Columbus team, I can't believe they're favorites in this game. Maybe that's you now me saying I can't believe they're favorites in this game. You're gonna be like, oh, Columbus puck line now. But no, this is just a wrong team favorite type of spot, or this game should be a pick'em, and there's value on the Blackhawks in this game. So I'm on Chicago in this spot here. It's not pretty backing either of these teams, but Chicago I think is the right side for this one here. So I'm on the Blackhawks. To snap a 4-game losing streak. They lost to Florida, Tampa, Nashville, and Buffalo heading into this game. So both these teams struggling. Columbus, though, they've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 in a row. They've lost 9 in a row, the Columbus Blue Jackets. to Washington, Florida, Dallas, Detroit, the Rangers, the Penguins, the Coyotes, the Capitals, and the Flyers. So this is a team that's lost 9 in a row. I'll pick on them here at a plus price tag. Give me the Blackhawks here.
Pass. I want to hit the 1-800-GAMBLER button and keep moving. I just have nothing involving in this game. No need for me to go after, and just gonna move on from this game. 2 crappy teams. That's it.
Sure.
Good luck. Carolina over and Sabres over. Sure. Sounds good.
I have no feel on that Sabres game. My numbers say those lines are correct. There are better spots there's better games than the Sabres game tonight.
Correct. Oh, my bad. What up, Mr. Earle? You still want a PS3? I want an old school PS1, PS2 games. Good luck. Carolina and Sabres. Yes. I want to take the Caners. Yes. Try in regulation. No. Choo-choo. Hello. I mean, I still have my Xbox, the first one that came out. There you go. Flames money line. 2. I like that. Screw the Predators. Why not?
I played the over in that game.
Okay. I didn't play it. Under. Lenny's in the chat. Yo, yo, yo. What up, Doe? What up, Doe is I have the package downstairs. That's what's up, Doe. So I throw that one out to you. We have the package downstairs. Let's jump into the next game, which I actually like this game, Nick.
Yeah, this is a game I have not got involved with. I almost bet something that I haven't bet all season for this game, so we'll get into that. In this one, we have the Florida Panthers and the Boston Bruins in this one here. Line opened up at a 109. It's down to a 108, so a 1 cent line movement towards these Florida Panthers. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 113. It's a 6 at minus 115. So a slight move towards the over and a slight move towards the Panthers. Barely anything. Barely anything. 93% of the tickets, 94% of the cash is on the Bruins because there's no way they lose again. And 71% of the tickets and 83% of the cash is on the over. So that explains the slight line movements. Actually, it doesn't with the Bruins. I had this game priced correctly. I have this game around a pick'em. I have this game more like a 5.5 though. Bobrovsky's been good and Olmark's been great. The defensive numbers for the Panthers are elite, 2.51 expected goals against the last 10 games. And the Bruins 2.85. So these are 2 teams that play really good defense. Their offense is kind of clicked. These are 2 bet-on teams for me, though. These are 2 bet-on teams for me. I don't like betting against either of them at the moment. The Bruins have not missed a step, and the Panthers at home are definitely not something I'm betting against. I lean draw in this game. I think this game makes it past 60 minutes. I'm not going to bet it. I lean that way. It's just a pass, though.
That OU in a game looks like a bad decision. Anyways, I'm on the Panthers. I'm on the Panthers in this one at home. I like this Panthers team. They got healthy. They got their players back that went out in the postseason last year. And they're 7-1 at home. That's a big deal. And you look at they've already played Boston once this year, and they lost in overtime. I think it's a good revenge spot for them in this one because since then they have won 8 out of their last 10 games since that loss in the first loss to Boston, and their only home loss so far this year was to Vancouver.
No. They were on the road against the Wild. Never mind.
Vancouver. That was their only home loss of the year. I don't see them losing today. Give me the Florida Panthers money line.
Yeah, it would be home dog or pass, but I wanted a bigger plus price tag.
Yeah, I was about to say it is a pick'em. So, back to the chat, Nicholas. I'm quickly typing up my NHL card for today.
No, okay, I'll stop getting my numbers ready for NBA.
Sounds good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Where do you leave off then?
Here.
VMI plus 14 for the sneaky force. Wins doesn't cover. There you go. Blasphemy. I'm joining this poker tournament on Friday. Be ready.
I will be in it too.
There you go. Panthers have been good at home. They have been. Draw plus 320. Yeah, it's definitely intriguing. Bruins in the under. Panthers tonight. Blackhawks outright. Not biased. I'm on the Blackhawks as well. I'm glad I didn't bet the Panthers because the Panthers are a lock today.
Don't say lock. Don't say lock, please.
Pass to Bedard is what Tim meant. Yeah. Tim says pass on that game, but he meant pass to Bedard for the goal.
Fine, whatever.
Yeah. Detroit Lenny saying, Tim, you have to show me how to join. I'm old.
Okay.
We'll move on to the next game here. One that I was looking at but didn't get involved with yet. Let's get into it here. We have the Winnipeg Jets taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. It will be Johansson and Hellebuck, most likely. I did see a notification, not this game, obviously, but Vasilevsky is nearing his season debut. Once Vasilevsky debuts, plays a few games, looks fine, I'm going to grab Tampa futures. I think that's the way I'm going to do it. I've been waiting all season to do that. So I've been waiting patiently for Vasilevsky to come back and look decent because this team, the only thing really holding them back at the moment is their goaltending. But we have Winnipeg. They opened up, or Tampa opened up at minus 114. They're down to a minus 108. So I'll move towards Winnipeg here in this spot. Line opened up at a 6.5 at minus 115. It's now a 6.5 at minus 120. So I'll move towards the over here as well. We have 91% of the tickets are on the over. Makes sense. 32% of the tickets, 62% of the cast on the Jets in this game as well. Let's take a look at my projection for this game where we have I went the wrong way on my spreadsheet.
Good job.
Yeah. I scrolled up instead of down. I have this game at a pick 'em. I think this line's spot on, and I have this game projected around 6.14 goals. So I actually have this game projected for an under a little bit here. Jets offensively have kind of struggled, 2.84 expected goals for the last 10 games, but defensively 2.519. So they've actually been pretty good defensively, one of the better defensive teams in the NHL as of late. Tampa 3.552 expected goals for the last 10 games. Offensively, they've looked good. Defensively, they've kind of struggled, and goaltending has fallen off a little bit there. Johansson started off the year well, and has struggled as of late. We kind of expected that. He's been a backup for a reason. He's been a journeyman for a reason. And they desperately need Vasilevsky back. I have nothing in this game. The lines make sense. I would lean under 6.5 if I had to bet anything in this game. But it's a pass for me.
Yeah, I didn't touch this one either. The Jets have been good this year. They've won 3 in a row, and 6 out of their last 7 only lost with a 1-goal game to the Dallas Stars. So this is a team that's actually looked quite nice to start the year. Going up against a Tampa Bay team that is doing what they need to do, which is stay competitive. Because once Vasi comes back, they're going to be able to make a push. Because right now they're currently tied with Toronto. That's exactly where they need to be. And when it comes to it, I think they continue. I think they'll eventually continue to do what they need to do. Because that's kind of what I was expecting Florida to do. Kind of tread water until their guys come back and then go off. And that's what they did. I'm expecting Tampa to do something of the same. But I'm not touching them in this game. I did pass on this one.
Fair. Back to the chat.
I still like the over. I still like over in this game. Okay. I like it. Panthers. Jets over the total. Jets over I could see that. Tough game. I wouldn't be surprised if either team comes back from 3-1. That's if a team comes. What?
No, because Tampa likes blown leads.
Oh, okay. Ice cold. What do you touch today, Tim? That's none of your business. And by the way, Ice, it's good to see you back on the stream. We haven't seen you in a while. You're always in Terry's chat, but you never here. Got blown up big Sunday/Monday by half a point or to 2.5 points on 5 games. Back from my break. I like Canes tonight more than any other NHL play. I like it. Let's get it. Let's keep on rolling, and I half typed up this one. Hold on. The Rangers are playing tonight, but forgot to put
who are they playing is the question.
There we go. Sorry, quick.
There you go. I did a free pick video for this game last night, so I should know who they're playing. We have the New York Rangers traveling to P&G Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to take on the Penguins here in this game. The big bad Rangers -115 favorites here, with a total of 6 in this spot here. Let's take a look at the line history between these Rangers and Penguinos. Line opened up at Pittsburgh -116. It got all the way to +109 for the Penguins. It's back to a 106 now. So there's still been a move towards the Rangers. Line opened up at a 6.5. It's down to a 6. So the line's moved down a half a goal as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. 82% of the tickets, 72% of the cash is on the Rangers. The line's moved slightly towards them, but there has been buyback on the Penguins. 64% of the tickets are on the under, no cash flow, but the line has moved towards the under. And for me, this is going to sound weird because I know the Rangers have been really good as of late, and the Penguins are, the wrong team's favorite in this game. My numbers have the Penguins around a -130, -135 favorite in this game. I'm on the Penguins. I got them at even money yesterday. I actually really like this play. Tristan Jarry has actually been better than I expected. But when you look at this Penguins team, their expected goal numbers have been awesome. Like they've either won the expected goal battle or the ones they've lost are by less than 0.6 goals.
And aren't they one of the best? Aren't they one of the best 5v5 teams in the?
They are a good 5v5 team for expected goal differential. Absolutely, which I saw them regressing positively. I haven't bet against them much lately, and I saw that coming, and I saw that run coming from them because I said this was before they went on their big winning streak. They were the number 1 5-on-5 team expected goal differential in the NHL. I think the Penguins are a bet on team for the next few games, and I think the opposite of the Rangers. The Rangers have been a little bit overachieving so far this season, and I expect them to regress here. I do like the Penguins here at this spot at even money. They are -106 now. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with anything up to -110, -115 for the Penguins. So I'm on Pittsburgh here. Need the Penguinos.
All right, I'll go against you. I'm on the Rangers. I think, and trust me, I've been on the Penguins a lot. I think it's a good bounce back spot. The Rangers haven't lost back-to-back games all year,
so there's no way they lose.
You know what? You're right. There is no way they're not going to. Hey, after they just got dicked down in Dallas, I expect them to be better. And them, they just lost 6-3. I expect them to bounce back. This is a Penguins team that these two teams hate each other. So maybe that Dallas game was a look ahead spot for the Rangers. I kind of see it that way. I could see them looking towards the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's just a hot Rangers team at a short price, and I grabbed it. Normally, I'd say that's probably a trap line. It probably is. I probably should have grabbed the Penguins because I grabbed the Florida Panthers as well, but I grabbed the Rangers in this game. I got their money line at -110.
Fair, by the way, and one play you can also look at, even though I hate both these teams, and I would hate for this to happen. The draw is worth a look in this game as well. These two teams play close, competitive games, a divisional matchup. I can easily see this being 3-3 heading into overtime. So,
Could be. Back to the chat. Leon Edwards smashes that little cocky shit Colby Covington.
Yep.
When is that fight?
I think sometime in December. I'm going to be betting that because one person I do work with that's a big UFC guy. He said that's one of his most confident plays in a while. Is Leon Edwards. Shout out to Dialon, who
I like Covington.
Who's big on Leon Edwards in that fight.
Nah, give me Colby Covington. Welcome, my sex. Sorry, I have been going around the country watching signs. I mean, other football teams. I'm back now. You know what? At least you can have fun with it. I appreciate the humor. I do. Good job, Tate. Well respected. Love it. Nah, I'm rarely there. LL. I'm in the Ice Guys chat more because I'm awake by then. I miss shows because I'm asleep at 7 a.m. after I get home from work. I gotcha. No, thank you. Rangers losing to Sedgewood when the first period was 16-6 on shots. After period 1, can't touch them. Hey, I'll grab them. That's fine. The 1-800 game have both goalies confirmed. Which one's the 1-800? That's the Chicago Blackhawks game. It's got to be the 1-800.
Mrazek and Merzlikins are both confirmed in that game.
There you go. Good thoughts, Nick. The Rangers have been doing good, but all good things have to come to an end. Okay.
Oh, yeah, they've been massively overachieving so far this year. They're a good team, don't get me wrong, but their numbers suggest some regression.
Yes, I mean, your Islanders/Flyers game is the 1-800 game again.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
There you go. Over. Fair warning for Friday, a lot of teams will be starting a back-to-back. Probably, yes. Oh, yeah, the Bruins blowing it. The last 4 to 5 seconds versus Lightning cost me $320. Refs favored Lightning so much in that game. One day. Mm-hmm. Yikes. Monster matchup tonight in the Western tonight. Knights and Stars, Canucks and Avs.
Yeah, Mel, once we hit that Canucks game, you can turn off the stream. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm going to be on both dogs. Yeah, I could see a draw. I appreciate you guys because without you, I would have to rely on Terry or Lenny for some advice, and that would just be horrible.
I know.
Wow. Right? Why throwing shade at Terry? But Lenny, yeah, I know. I understand throwing shade at Lenny 100%.
I mean, he's a Michigan State guy. Like, how reliable can he be?
Go Buckeyes. Anyways, go Pirates. Let's head to your Islanders game, Nick.
Yeah. We have the New York Islanders and the Philadelphia Flyers in this game. We have the Islanders as 145 favorites in this game, total of 6 in the spot. Line opened up at a 145. It's around a 144. It did get up to a 152 at one point. I got up to a 158 at one point. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 108. It's now a 6 at plus 109. I'm hoping this line hits a 5.5. If it hits a 5.5, I'm going to grab some over in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this spot here, where we have 67% of the tickets are on the Flyers, but yet only 21% of the cash is on the Flyers. So public all over Philadelphia in this game. 68% of the tickets, 51% of the cash is on the under, and the line's creeping towards that under. I'm hoping that hits a 5.5 because I have this game projected at a 6. So if we can get a 5.5, that over is definitely something I'm looking at. I have this game projected for 5.96 goals. And I have this game priced around Islanders minus 115 range. So I understand why everybody loves the Flyers today. When I scroll through Twitter, I've seen no Islanders love. It's all been Flyers. The Flyers are one of the hottest teams in hockey. But that may be a little bit of fool's gold. When you look at their expected goals during this win streak, they beat Anaheim, but they got outplayed. They beat the Kings, but they got outplayed. They beat they played close against the Hurricanes. No, they beat the Hurricanes. They got outplayed. They beat Vegas. They slightly outplayed them. They destroyed Columbus. They got outplayed. This is not this is a Flyers team that should absolutely see some regression. Now, is that in the form of the Islanders kicking the crap out of them today? I don't know. The Islanders last couple of years, they finally snapped their losing streak against Calgary in a shootout win. Am I laying this number with the Islanders? No. Am I taking the Flyers on the road at a short number like this? No. I'm going to hope this line drops to a 5.5 and grab some over. But no, there's no way I'm taking the dog with fleas in this game with the public dog with the Flyers here today. So pass.
You know where I kind of want to go in this game, Nick?
The draw?
And you're not going to like it. It's the draw. The Islanders have been in 6 overtime games this year.
Yeah.
And they've played in 12 games. 6, right? 12 games? Is that right?
Sounds about right.
No, sorry, 17 games. I just showed the 6-6 record for a minute. It didn't even show the 4-1 part. And they've played in 6 overtime games. So if you bet the draw every single game, you're profitable with them. I kind of want to go draw. Kind of want to go under, but I stayed away from this game. I'm not going and laying anything on the Islanders because I'm not laying 145, and I'm not trusting them for a puck line. And I'm not going to touch the Flyers right now. 5-0 right now. Their last 5 games against Anaheim, Kings, Canes, Vegas, and Columbus. But some really good wins in there. So props to them. And that's after they lost to San Jose. So the loss for San Jose was a good thing for them, right? I'm going to be passing on this game. So all that talking for nothing.
Yep.
Wow, Tate. Laughing. I might have a gambling problem because I'm taking Philly. Nope, you don't have a gambling problem. You're taking a team that's winning games. That's fine. Yeah. If you had a gun to my tennis balls, I would take the Islanders. We'll cover the puck line. Yeah, no.
You are the I think the first person that I've seen interested in the Islanders today.
If not, then it's just going to be to show why it's a 1-800 game.
To pass.
Let's go to this one, Nick.
Yeah, St. Louis Blues and the Arizona Coyotes. The Coyotes minus 110 favorites, total 6.5 in this spot. Let's get into the line history in this game here between St. Louis and Arizona. This line opened up at a 130 for the Coyotes. It's down to a 113, so a big move towards the Blues. Line opened up at a 6 at plus 104, and it's still a 6 at plus 104. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. Wow, 86% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the Blues. The line's moved accordingly, though. The books have shown fear in that Blues money. 50% of the tickets, 76% of the cash is on the over in this game here. And I have the wrong team favored in this spot here. And I get it. A lot of people don't like fading the Coyotes because or the Coyotes at home because they remember last year they were such a good money team. Even though they weren't a winning team, they made you money. Here's the thing that we're not getting with the Coyotes this year is the disrespect. The Arizona's priced like a winning hockey team this year. So we're getting value betting against them, and they should not be pick them against the St. Louis Blues, especially with one of the top goaltenders in hockey right now in Jordan Binnington, who is, I believe, still number 2 in the NHL in goals saved above average. If the season would end right now, Jordan Binnington should be a nominee for the Vezina Trophy. I'm not saying he wins it. Demko probably wins it, but he should at least be a nominee for the award, which is crazy to say, but I kind of said it preseason. If you're looking for a long shot, Jordan Binnington 80-1 to win the Vezina Trophy. He has one of the highest ceilings, but one of the lowest floors. He is one of the biggest wild cards in hockey. I'm on the Blues. I got him yesterday at plus 108. I like St. Louis in this spot.
I didn't touch this game. Once again, just not a game I was super, super inclined to go after. I've been betting the Yotes a bunch, and they've kind of slowed down a little bit the last couple of games. They've lost 3 out of their last 4. Their only win was against Columbus. I had the puck line in that game, and they let up a goal to make it 3-2 with a little bit left. Couldn't score an empty netter. I lost that bet, which was just fantastic that night. So I'm kind of salty about the Yotes. So I'm not going to touch them. I'm not gonna bet the Blues. Blues the last couple of games, they did beat Anaheim, but they lost to the Kings 5-1, which whatever, it's the Kings, and the Sharks. So 2 teams I'm just not interested in backing right now. So I'm going to stay away from this game.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup for that, but no, I see value on the Blues. Oh, that's not what I was expecting.
Jay Benny, friend of the program. Yes,
yeah, Devin Levi is projected for today's game.
Okay. Just saw the Sac State video over the Austin Peas Governors. There you go. Bluesies. Get them Bluesies. Let's go to this game, Nick. We still got 5 NHL games left and then 11 NBA.
Yep, like I said, sit back, relax, enjoy the show because it's going to be a long one today. The Calgary Flames and the Nashville Predators. It's a pick 'em with a total of 6 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this spot. I have made a move on this game. I have already moved on the over. Let's get into the line history here. Line opened up at a -113. It's down to a -103 for the Nashville Predators. So a move towards Nashville in this game. No, my bad. I moved towards Calgary in this game. Line opened up at a 6 at -114. It is still a 6 at -114. So it did get up to a 115 last night when I bet it. 76% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the over, which does worry me a little bit. 56% of the tickets, 59% of the cash is on Calgary in this game here. And I was kind of leaning Calgary in the spot here. My numbers for this game have Calgary at around -130, -135. So I might pull the trigger on a little Flames action here against the Predators. Saros has not been very good this year. And Markstrom has definitely been the better of the two. I'm going to take a look real quick. I may not be on the Flames money line in this spot. Maybe it's a Flames team total over. Let's take a look here. -109 for the Flames, or their team total 2.5. Meh. I think I want to move on this -109 with the Flames. I think there's value on that line. I'm going to move on them. Calgary Flames -109. I'm going to lock that in. I'm also on the over 6 at -115. I'm looking to bet against. Nashville. Going forward a little bit. Their goaltending's been bad. They've been okay defensively, but that goaltending's going to be a problem for them. Saros is not the same Saros he was last year, which has led to them struggling here. So I am on the Flames, and I'm on the over in this game as well. So there we go. LOL. Bye, Tim. Yep. LOL. Right. Give me Tennessee versus Kansas. I can see it. I can see it, but Kansas had their first loss last night. Nathan liking the Preds as a dog. I do not. Like, if you're truly on the Flames, then you have to say flame on. Flame on. Flames for sure. Flamers. I don't know about the Flames. You don't know about anything I say today. So we'll move on, though. We have the Vegas Golden Knights and the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars -135 favorites, total 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in the spot here, Vegas and Dallas. The line opened up at a 129. It's up to a 133 now for Dallas. Line opened up at a 6 at -101. It's now a 6 at -103 for the over. So a slight move towards the over and a slight move towards Dallas. We have 32% of the tickets, 66% of the cash on the over, 57% of the tickets, 83% of the cash on the Dallas Stars. Let's take a look at the projection for this game. I have this game projected for 5.37 goals. So I do lean under in this game. The under is very appealing in this spot. Logan Thompson's been good, and Andre's been pretty good too. I have this game projected with the Stars as around -115 favorites in this game. So Sees a little bit of value at Vegas, not enough to pull the trigger on it though. That under is very appealing at 6. I believe both these teams have been decent under teams so far this year. 6 is a little bit. 6 is a low number though. That's the thing. And I think we're starting to see 5.5s. The track history between these two teams, 4 of the last 6 have gone under. And actually, the two that went over were 5.5s, and they finished on 6. I think I want to move on this under 6. I think we see a good goalie matchup. This is another one, a draw. A draw is probably a really interesting look in this game. The regulation draw, which what is the regular? What is the draw in this game? Oh no, not the allow me draw for Vegas 335 plus 335 draw. This definitely has an overtime feel to it. I don't bet draws, but I would lean that way. I lean under 6. I think would be the best look, the best play in this game, but not something I'm probably going to get to. So just looking like a pass here for me with a strong lean towards the under. Let's see. CSU, Rams, so Colorado State versus BC. Let me get up the college basketball spreadsheet, and we'll figure that out. College basketball, you're saying Colorado State. We have that game at a 5, so that line's correct. Oh, that's right. Took the under in this game. VGK stars have so many angles. I'm not touching it at all. Yeah, over 6. Strong lean stars, but decided Canes was the easier bet, especially with the boost 70% to 87%. There you go. Plus 330 for the draw. Sprinkle. Don't hate that at all. There's a few draws that I would bet if I was a draw better. But we'll keep on moving on here. A game I did get to, the Montreal Canadiens and the Anaheim Ducks. We have the Ducks around minus 155 favorites, total of 6.5 in this spot. Welcome back, Tim.
Oh.
Line opened up at a 130. It's down to a 115, which is a little concerning. Line opened up at a 6.5 minus 120. It's down to a 6.5 at minus 115. We have 81% of the tickets and 91% of the cash on the Ducks, and the line's dropped, which is once again concerning. 89% of the tickets and 84% of the cash on the under in this game. I have the Ducks as around a minus 160 favorite in this game, 150, 160 favorite. I did play the Ducks at minus 120 last night. Like I've said a few times, watching this line drop is kind of concerning. I also have this game projected for 5.57 goals, so I see this as a potential lower scoring matchup here in this game. And what are we getting for? Nope, that's minus 160. I was going to say, what are we getting for that Canadiens team total under? Because I have this game projected, that's an under. And the 3.5 would be minus 160 to the under. So that's going to be a no thank you for me there. It's a pretty simple pass for me in this game. Or not a pass, it's a Ducks play. I'm already on the Quackers. I got them last night at minus 120.
No, this one's a pass for me. But I will quickly mention, because I know you went over it, I am on the Vegas Golden Knights against the Stars. But I passed on this game. Nothing really going. Two teams that are Ducks had their hot run, and then since then they've lost 3 straight and have scored 4 goals total in those 3 games. And then Montreal had their hot run, and now they've lost 4 in a row. So these are 2 teams that are losing right now. I really want nothing to do with them. So pass.
Fair.
What did you do off? VGK, yes. Canadians, no. Ducks money line. Habs are going to get distracted in sunny California. Maybe. Got 2 games left, and this one's gross.
Yeah. Release the Kraken ? Who would have had the Kraken as a minus 300 favorite this year? Line opened up at a 295. It's down to a 292. Line opened up at a 6 at -116. It's now a 6 at -113. We have 68% of the tickets, 54% of the cash is on the Kraken. Line has moved towards the Sharks. 86% of the tickets, 89% of the cash is on the under. Looking at my projection for this game, I have this game projected for 6.32 goals. And I see value on the Sharks. Do I want to bet the Sharks? Not particularly. If I were to bet the Sharks, it would definitely not be the full 60 minutes. It would be taking them first period at +185. And that's something, if you like a big underdog, maybe the way to do it is splitting it between the first period full game. Like if you think there's a big dog live, that's a way to do it. But for me, I can't lay $1.10 on a puck line with the Kraken right now. That line's a little much. I have really no interest in backing the Sharks. I do think things get a little bit better for the Sharks because they're not going to continue playing at this pace all year long. But am I looking to go ahead and bet them? No. So this was a simple pass for me.
Yeah, I'm not laying this number on the Kraken. I'm not laying a puck line on the Kraken. And I'm not betting the Sharks on the road. So those are just 3 nopes for me. As for a total, could we see the Kraken score 7 goals in this game? Yeah, we could. Could we see this game being 2-1 or 1-0? Yeah, this one could also be ugly too because San Jose's offense is the worst in hockey. So we could easily see this one being an ugly game. Although we've seen the Sharks score a little bit more as of late. They've scored 9 goals in their last 3 games, so they're at least scoring. But I'm not interested in grabbing a side or a total in this game. I felt like I did not need to, so I didn't.
Fair.
This is my favorite. Okay. Release the Kraken puck line. I don't see value on it. That's just me, though. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning. ECU yesterday, never in doubt.
Oh, my God, what a game. Yeah.
By the way, Nick, did you see that number 1 play on SportsCenter top 10 was the half quarter?
Okay, I have to go watch that now. I have to watch that after the show.
Yes. I remember I was watching it in the break room today, and I'm like, and we're having our lunch at 7:00. I'm like, Dad, quick! The ECU is going to be on the top 10. We're watching it. Not 5. Okay, it's not 4, not 3, not 2. They're going to remember it, right? Number 1 play. Kraken.
Shout out to Bobby Pettiford, by the way.
Yes,
shout out to Bobby Pettiford.
He is him. Kraken. There you go. On FanDuel, Sharks opened at +188. Kraken at -230. Then lines moved drastically. LOL. Let's go Sharks. Need Blackwood/Dakar, of course.
Dakar.
The Clown is a loser. Lost a 10-teamer because he couldn't beat an undermanned Cavs team. Yes, Joel Embiid is a clown.
I end up grabbing the Sixers at +5.5 in game.
There you go. Under 4.5 in this game.
Yeah, I could see.
Is it Jonathan Quick today?
Yes, it's Johnny Quick.
All right, I lose.
No, he's actually been really good this year. I'll give him credit. He's been much better than I expected.
Rapid fire through these games so we can get to the good stuff.
Now I'm going to talk even slower for the last game.
Don't, please. You want the under in Seattle. Good luck. Quick is expected. Fun. All right. Best bet, Canucks to score first at +115. I like it. For this game, and Montreal game. Under. Okay. I like the under. Sharks learned their lesson letting up too many goals. Yeah, play more defensive. Let's jump into this one, Nick. Final NHL game, and then we got 11 NBA games.
Yeah, then we can rapid fire through the NBA.
We're going to, yeah.
We have the Colorado Avalanche and the Vancouver
Vancouver Canucks.
Total 6.5 in this game. Let's get into this spot here where we have the line history here. The line opened up at a 160. It's up to a 169, but this got up to a 173 at one point. I got a decent number on it at the moment. Line opened up at a 6.5 minus 119. It's now 6.5 at minus 123. So a slight move towards the over as well. We have no cash flow, no ticket count on the total. We have 68% of the tickets and 82% of the cash on the Avalanche. And I with Demko and I have the Canucks closer to a favorite than a dog, which is crazy to say. But Demko is your Vezina Trophy winner right now if the season ended, for sure. And I made a move on the Canucks. I'm on the Canucks here at this spot. I got 152 with them last night. I love them in this dog price. And the Avalanche have had difficulties closing out games the last few games. They blew a 3-0 lead against the Dallas Stars. They had here, ready? I don't remember the last time I've seen a team do this. They had a lead with 1 minute to go in regulation and lost in regulation. They gave up 2 goals in 17 seconds against the Nashville Predators.
Fantastic.
Yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad. So I am on the Canucks. I think this line is ludicrous. That the Canucks are this big of dogs. I get it. We should expect some regression from the Canucks, but this is just a bad line.
There is a scenario tonight, Nick, where if 2 games go certain ways, the Vancouver Canucks could be the number 1 team in the Pacific Division.
Yep, they are.
A win and a Vegas loss.
I thought they are the number 1 team in the Pacific Division already.
Hey, I mean, I have futures on them to make the playoffs and all that stuff. So over their point total, I was high on the Canucks coming into the year, and boy, have they proven me right, and I love it.
Yeah, they've been good.
I'm on them tonight. I got them plus 150 something. Give me the Vancouver Canucks.
Canucks.
Lions, Seahawks, Cowboys tomorrow. Early look on all the spreads. I kind of do like the Seahawks tomorrow. I think that's an interesting spot. I haven't forgiven the Avenue. Go ahead.
My early leans at the moment, I haven't pulled the trigger on any of them, but I have a feeling I'm probably going to bet all 3 of them. Is the Packers, Cowboys, and Hawks. Is kind of what I'm leaning.
There you go. Canucks plus 1.5 goals. That's fine too.
I don't like turning dogs into favorites though like that. So
Benner, chicken dinner under for the Coyotes game.
Benner, yes, Jay Benny.
The ending of the Avs puck game was so beautiful.
I just needed one more freaking goal from the Avalanche for that team total.
Canucks in the under. I would kind of lean over. Bro, I had an under 6.5 at plus 265 in that Avalanche Predators game. Wild, man. 16 seconds. Yeah. Yikes. Whoosh. When playing at home against quality teams, the Avs have given up their first goal at an alarmingly high rate. Plus 115 is insane value. Get it. I think last time we saw a choke, last minute regulation choke job was the Ducks did it last year. I forgot who they did it against.
I remember that game too. I forgot who they did it against as well, but I had the Ducks in that game.
Wow. Yeah, don't overthink it. Lions and Niners teaser. And then Lenny's coming in with the teaser saying Lions, Commanders, and Seahawks. I'm kind of leaning Seahawks. I'm kind of leaning Packers.
I do think there's value on the Packers. Whether or not I bet the Packers is another story.
And then I probably lean towards Dallas, but I don't know yet.
I think Dallas beats the brakes off of the Commanders, honestly. I think they win that game by 3 touchdowns. Like the Commanders are that bad. I also kind of like the over in that game. We'll get into that tomorrow, though.
How about some NBA action, Nick?
Yep. Now we get to the NBA. We get the Orlando Magic taking on the Denver Nuggets in this spot here. Total of 217.5. Let's get into the line history in this spot here. Let's get into the NBA first. There we go. We have this line opened up at a 3. No, it opened up at a 4.5. It's down to a 3.5. So a half-point line movement towards Orlando. Line opened up at a 217, and it's stayed at a 217. Let's head over to the cash flow in this game. For this one, where we have 65% of the tickets are on the Nuggets, only 22% of the cash. 35% of the tickets, 78% of the cash on the Magic. So sharp money coming in on Orlando. Line moving towards them there. 22% of the 22% of the tickets, 84% of the cash is on the under. That line has not moved. Let's take a look at my projections for this game. And I have this game at Denver minus 0.78. So I see value here with the Orlando Magic in this game. And I'm interested in the Orlando Magic in this game. Sharp money's coming in on them. The line's moving towards them. There's value on them. And they are a really good home team. Really good home team this year. And for the total, I'd actually lean under. The line's not moved, and all the money's on the under, which probably is going to keep me off of it. But I think the Magic win this game outright. I believe, where can I find first quarter, first half stats? NBA first quarter and ATS first quarter stats. Team rankings. Here we go. It just tells me points. I don't want points. I want first quarter win percentage. Because I believe the Magic are one of the best in the NBA this year in the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong now.
I have not a clue.
I'm trying to find those numbers, but
I'll quickly go. I'm on the Nuggets in this game. Okay. You get the Magic coming off of a big win last night on a second leg of a back-to-back. The Nuggets are going to be a little bit more rested. The Nuggets are coming off of barely beating the Pistons, where Michael Malone got ejected in the first quarter and Jokic got ejected in the second quarter. I was still watching the replays. I still can't figure out why Jokic got ejected. I don't know. And I think you're going to get a pissed-off Joker game where I'm going to take his triple-double in pros. I take his triple-double every game, so that's not really a shocker. But I'm going to take his pros. I'm going to ladder him up. I think he has an absolutely massive day today just because of whatever happened in that last game. I'm going to take him to just kind of bounce back in this one. So when it comes to this game, I'm on the Nuggets -4, and I see a big game from Nikola Jokic, which I know doesn't really seem much. And kind of out of context, you're like, all right, what's a big game for Nikola Jokic? But I'm going to ladder his pro.
All right, so here's how I'm going to approach this game.
LJ's got your stats for you, Nick.
Thank you. Thank you. I knew he would. 13-1 ATS in the first half. What about the first quarter? I heard they're really good the first quarter too. So I'm going to move on both those. Okay. I'm moving on the Orlando Magic first quarter +110, Orlando Magic first half +125. Because I can see the back-to-back coming into play later in the game. So I'm going to take them first quarter, first half money lines here for the Magic.
Get it. Lions win by 7. That could be it. It could.
So they cover the
Packers.
Packers
11 NBA games, 50 college basketball games. Let's get it. Sam Howell and Goff interceptions. I like it. Tim, I don't trust the Nuggets team on the road right now, especially after a Magic team that covers every game. Magic first half. I don't blame you. I just think it's a good spot for the Nuggets. Detroit, Seattle, Dallas, all under too. I think the only primetime game for that is the night game.
The only primetime game is the late game. I might take the over in that Washington game.
The Golden Nuggets, yes. There's your Orlando staff from LJ.
Appreciate that,
yeah, finally a good part of the show. About time.
You're in the good part of the show. Now we're in the boring time.
Hello, this isn't the best part of the. Hey.
Yeah, you understand.
Right now, Nuggets at Magic is an auto bet for the Magic first half. That's fine. Orlando's been raking. Hey, Everybody loves. It's fine. Everybody can love Orlando this game.
Sharp money's all over Orlando.
There you go. I really don't like the fact that the Rags are dogs on FanDuel. Yeah. I'm on Joker triple double. Yes, sir. Big time. I never grabbed Nuggets as a favorite away. Nuggets would have covered last game if Nikola Jokic didn't get ejected. Orlando been balling this year, especially at home, but Denver has been too good. I think I'll roll with Orlando plus and maybe lean under. That's fine. Already get it. Let's head to this one, Nick.
Yeah, Charlotte Hornets and the there we go, Washington Wizards. Sorry, I was getting up. There we go. We have the Hornets as 4-point favorites, total of 242.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot where we have line open up at a 4. It is still a 4. Line open up at a 241. It's up to a 242.5. So move towards the over. No move on the side. 51% of the tickets, 89% of the cash is on the over. The lines move towards the over. And then we have 56% of the tickets, 74% of the cash is on the that's the money line. 32% of the tickets, 78% of the cash is on the Wizards in this game. So the sharp money coming in on Washington in this spot. My projection for this game is Charlotte minus 2.5. So it would be Wizards or nothing for me. And looking at the total in this game, it's a 242.5. My numbers have this thing at a 247. So I do think this game could still go over this big number. And the Wizards don't play defense, neither do the Hornets. So it's over or nothing for me, but no play. I think at the end of the day, I'm going to look at this game and think,
stop it. Get some help.
Real quick before I jump into this one, live bet time. UNC, the Tar Heels, minus 6.5. I'm on the over in this game, and it's going to be me starting to do this with the Wizards like I do with Pacers, although I'm not betting that today with the Pacers. It is over pretty much every single game. This team is going to be a high-scoring team all year because they don't play defense. One of the big things with their defensive stats is they're allowing 124.4 points a game. That is second to last in the league. I'm curious to see who's last, but this is a team that does not like to play defense. And I'll tell you the worst defensive team would be Pacers. Duh. I'm on the over in this game. I think we see 250, 260 in this one.
that game moved up to an 8.5. I'm staying off the Tar Heels.
Oh, okay. Back to the chat. Arguing with the ref about a non-call. That's why he was ejected. It's kind of weak. I was at that Denver-Detroit game. We almost beat Denver. Go Nuggets. I bet the Hornets. Not proud of it. I wouldn't be either. A pass. Has anybody ever called the 800 number? Not yet. No. No, sorry, I did, and I asked them about a certain game, and they said, "Dude, this is not what this number is for. It's for helping. Apparently, it's for helping quitting gambling. I was just trying to get a play.
Yeah, it's a gambler's helpline. I mean, how are you supposed to not help? How am I supposed to ask for help on what to bet for a game, and you're going to say that's not what we're here for?
Yeah,
you're the gambler's helpline. Come on, peoples, figure it out.
Over, yes. Ball pro over 44.5, over 3.5 threes. I like it. The more points, the merrier. Let's go to one of our favorite teams in the league, Nick.
Yeah, where we have the Brooklyn Nets. They're 3.5-point dogs on the road against the Hawks, total 234 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this spot here, where we have Brooklyn or Atlanta opened up at a 4-point favorite. It's down to a 3.5. Line opened up at a 238. It's down to a 235.5. So move towards the under and a move towards Brooklyn in this spot here. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, where we have 66% of the tickets and 54% of the cash is on the over. Yet this line's move towards the under. 56% of the tickets, 81% of the cash is on the Nets, and the lines move towards said Nets. Let's take a look at my projected line for this game, which is minus 3.2. So I think this line's about correct. And as for the total, I have this game at a wrong game. I was reading the wrong game. 241.5, the projected number for this game. So this could be an over. The Hawks on a back-to-back just played a massive over last night. And with the line dropping, even though all the money's on the over, that's enough to keep me off the over. This is a pretty simple stay-off spot for me.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to be staying off the over for both this game and the Pacers game. Is we just saw them play last night and put up 309 points. So I'm not touching it over. I'm going to touch our favorite team, or I'm going to bet on our favorite team. And that's
you need to phrase these better.
Shut
up. Saying you're touching.
Stop. I'm on the Brooklyn Nets tonight. Plus the 3.5. They're 9-3-1 against the spread, which is one of the best teams against the spread in the league. And we're going to keep betting our little moneymakers. So Brooklyn Nets plus the 3.5. Fading the Hawks after a crazy-ass game last night.
Yeah, I was hoping for overtime.
I was not. I had the Pacers, so I was happy that they just converted.
I just wanted to see 350 points in the basketball game. That's not an all-star game.
That's ridiculous. Speaking of the other team.
Yeah. We have the Indiana Pacers and the Toronto Raptors in this game. Pacers 3.5-point favorites, total 238.5 in this game. Let's get into it here. Where is this line? There we go. Toronto and Indiana. This line opened up. Click. Come on. Give me the line history. There we go. This line opened up at a 237 and it's up to a 239.5. So a 2-point line movement towards the over. This line opened up at a 3.5. It is still a 3.5. To nobody's surprise, 96% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the over. But the markets have shown concern. They've moved up the line. So it all checks out there. Let's take a look at my projected number for this game was Indiana minus 3.5. So I see no value on the side here in this game. As for the total in this spot, I have this game at a 240.5. It's over or nothing. I don't know how people touch unders in these games with Indiana ever. And I get it. They just played a 312-point game last night. I'm not betting it tonight because I don't see as much value in the line. But this game, the only thing I would ever bet in this game is the over. So it's a pass.
I want to. But the fact that you look at this game, the total last night for the Pacers was 252. And it scored 309 points.
Yep.
Now they go and drop it 14 points.
Yep. You know why? Because the Raptors are different than the Hawks.
That is true.
It's matchup based.
Everybody's going to see what happened last night.
It's matchup based.
Personally, I was this close to betting the under. I was really close to betting the under. The thing is, the Pacers have gone over this total in 12 out of 13 games. The only game they didn't go over this total was the third game of the year against the Chicago Bulls. Other than that, they've gone over this number in every single game. I'm staying off this one. It'd be a lean towards the under.
Yeah, let me. The Raptors have not played a game of this total this year, which is why the line is the way it is. You know what? I'm going to do it just out of merit. Give me the over.
Okay.
Yeah, give me the over. Just out of merit. Over 239.5 minus 108.
The day I bet LaMelo, he does the opposite. Damn, I want to bet the Nets money line. Do it. Sam, serious question. Why do we stop betting Halliburton assist over? I'm guessing he's been an assist machine. I personally don't bet player props, so I don't know. And I'm going to guess the answer is you don't. Long hair, don't care. Pacers team total over 120.5 is my second and final bet today. Get it. Hornets over. Yes. Why would you? Raptors first quarter. I can see a Raptors first quarter. Pacers coming off a big game. It would be Raptors or nothing for me. How about this game, Nick? What are we thinking for this one?
Yeah, we have the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics. The Celtics 4.5-point favorites in this game, total of 233.5. Let's get into the line history in this spot here. Bucks and Celtics. There it is. This line opened up at a 3. It's up to a 5. It did get up to a 6 at one point, so there's been a little bit of buyback here on the Bucks. Line opened up at 236.5. It's down to a 234. So we'll move towards the under. We have 74% of tickets and 58% of the cash is on the Bucks. Lines move towards the Bucks slightly. 79% of the tickets and 75% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. Let's take a look at my projected numbers for this game. Not mean to click that. There we go. I have Boston as a 6.7-point favorite in this game. So I see a bit of value here at Boston. I think Milwaukee's a little bit of a public dog here. I know if Nasty Nate was in the chat, he'd be saying Celtics smash, Celtics trifecta. And I would lean towards the Celtics. This is Celtics or nothing for me in this game. Am I getting involved with this one? Probably not. So this would be Celtics or nothing for me here. And for the total in this game, I think it's about right. I have this game around 232.5. So it's a pass.
I did bet this game, and I did a free pick video on it last night. Nick, why do we normally fade the Bucks? Why do we fade the Bucks a lot?
They're overvalued.
Because they don't cover the spread.
Yep.
Well, they don't need to win in order to cover the spread in this game. I'm on the Bucks. I know they are 5-8-1. Actually, they've covered the spread in 4 straight games, including winning all 5 straight games. So they have been better as of late. I will give them that. I do like the Bucks in this one, and I know Boston undefeated at home. They just lost in overtime as a 9-point favorite to the Hornets. But previous to that, they had won 6 games in a row. And they're one of the best teams. And I know ESPN put out their power rankings again. And, of course, number 1 is the Celtics. I don't necessarily agree with that, but it is what it is. I do think the Bucks have a chance to win this game. I think it's a 1-possession game at the end of the game. I think the last team that has the ball wins the game, or it comes down to the last shot. And with that, I'm grabbing 4.5 points.
Fair. I would lean the other way. Yeah.
Okay. Come on, computer. Here we go. It seems too good to be true. Okay. I mean, it seems like an auto bet. That would be for that player prop. Halliburton. Pacers came home and dropped them loads. I think they come out slow. Could easily. Give me Jaylen Brown over points against that backcourt with no defense. I could see that. Marquette and San Diego State. I want to say no to Marquette. And I don't think it's going to have any influence of the line or whatever we have for the game. I'm going to say no to Marquette because they just came off of a huge win over the number 1 team in the nation. So when it comes to that, I'm going to say no to Marquette. As for San Diego State or South Dakota State, Nick, what do you have for South Dakota State?
Let
me look that up real quick. South Dakota State.
I have them as about a 1-point dog. I think that line's correct.
Cool. Marquette? No Marquette today. I would go Perduckin today. Perduckin. Grizzlies of Montana State. I think we lean that way, but didn't. We always like the Grizzlies, so we've bet them a lot this year. Brooklyn, yes. Toronto would have to be a lean towards Toronto. It almost made my card.
The Grizz, by the way, Tim, the Grizz are Montana. Montana State is the Bobcats.
Then what did they just?
Yeah, you said the Grizzlies. Oh, the Grizzlies of Montana State. No, they're the Bobcats. The Grizz or the Grizzlies is Montana. Sorry.
Okay, let's do this game. I know you love your mascots.
Yeah, I know them. I know too many of them, but that's beyond the point at this moment. We have the Miami Heat, though. They're taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Heat are 2.5-point road favorites with a total of 210.5 in this game. Let's get the line history up in this game here between Miami and Cleveland, where we have Miami as a 2.5-point favorite. It opened up at a 2. It's a 2.5. Line opened up at a 212.5. It's down to a 210.5. So a move towards the under and a move towards the Heat. We have 59% of the tickets and 62% of the cash is on the Heat. We have 70% of the tickets and 69% of the cash is on the under in this game. The line is moved accordingly. Let's take a look at my projections for this game, where I have the Heat as a 2.87-point favorite. Or no, I have Cleveland as a favorite in this game. I have the wrong team favored in this spot. Now, I believe Cleveland played last night. They played an overtime game.
Mm-hmm. And they won.
Yeah. And I feel like that's a spot where everybody's jumping on the Heat, or a lot of people are jumping on the Heat because they saw Cleveland go to overtime last night. I think Cleveland is very live in this game to get the job done. And for the total, I actually have this game at like a 217, so maybe an over in this game, even though the line's dropping. I would lean over. A lot of this, 70% of tickets, 69% of cash is on the under, which makes sense that the line's moving. Maybe that's an underplay, an overplay later in the day. But for me, I lean over and I lean Cavaliers. I don't think I'm going to get to either though.
I'm on the Heat, and I know everybody's looking towards the overtime game last night. Sure, we can. How about the fact that the Heat, after starting 1-4, have rattled off 8 and won their last 9 games, and their only loss was a first game. It was they played 2 games against the Bulls and they split. This team has been hot, and Cleveland is shorthanded because they have a couple injuries right now, and the Heat just are looking like a more solid team lately. So yes, Cleveland letdown spot, overtime win against a big rival in Philly. I am grabbing the Miami Heat in this game. I got a -2.5 in Cleveland.
Here you go.
Tim, Atlanta and Toronto game over. I did not touch those games. I did not touch those totals today. So no. Pacers over, still a thing. It is. Obviously, we saw it last night, but I'm not going to bet it today just because the total is just really low for a Pacers game. So I'm not going to bet it today, but yes, it's normally still a thing.
On the flip side, it's very high for a Raptors game.
Yes, it's very high for a Raptors game. Boston minus and the over. I'm not interested in Boston. Maybe an over, but I'm not interested in Boston at all. Heat hot right now. Yes, they are. Heat is very hot right now. I'm glad goalies are confirmed early. Ayo, what? It's 12:30. It is 12:30. Oh, Terry's show starts soon. If anybody wants to hear hockey, you guys can go over there. Let's keep rolling.
Yeah. Sacramento Kings at the New Orleans Pelicans. The Kings 2-point road favorites, total 236 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here between the Kings and the Parleys. We have this line opened up at a 1. It's up to a 1.5. So move towards the Kings in this spot here. Line opened up at a 229 in this game, and it's now to a 236. Jeez, this line's moved. The question is, has it moved too much? Let's take a look at the cash flow here in the spot between the Kings and the Parleys. To no surprise, 83% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the over, and the line is skyrocketed. We have 81% of the tickets and 87% of the cash is on the Sacramento Kings as well. Let's take a look at the my projections for this game here, where I have this game projected at Parleys -2. I think the wrong team's favored in this matchup. And I think that the Sacramento Kings are a little bit public in this game as well. I think everything's correlating towards a Pelicans play. The only thing I'm worried about with the Parleys is they're coming in off of their biggest win of the year.
Which was against?
That's the only thing I'm truly worried about. Which was against the Sacramento Kings team.
Yep. They just played each other.
But one thing I will say is we saw this with the Kings earlier in the season. They get blown out against the Rockets, and then in their bounce back game, they get blown out against the Rockets.
Yeah. I'm not betting the Kings today.
I could see this game as the Pelicans win again. And maybe that last game was what the Pelicans needed to get themselves back in the groove. So
Pelicans are definitely live obviously they're live in this game. It's a 2-point dog. I'm not touching it just because in their last game, if they would have won by like 5-6 points, I'd be like, all right, yeah, maybe I might look towards the Pelicans. How about a win by 37? I'm sorry, 38. 37? 36. Math, 36. Yeah, just a blowout win. It caused me to stay off the game. That's it. I'm not really interested in this game. I have plays in one more game. Most of my plays are in the early games. I have one more game I still have bet that we haven't talked about.
Fair.
Yepers, I'm out, of course. Have a good one. Have a good one, Ice. Appreciate you stopping by today. Let's head to this game, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Chicago Bulls taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder 7-point home favorites with a total of 225.5 in this game. Let's get up the line history here in this spot between the Thunder and the Bulls. This line opened up at a 7. It is still a 7. This line opened up at a 224.5. It's up to a 225.5. So a 1-point line movement towards the over. No movement on the side. We have 33% of the tickets, 81% of the cash is on the under, and yet this line's moved towards the over. And 81% of the tickets and 82% of cash is on the Thunder here. Thunder. Feel the thunder. And let's take a look at the projected line for this game for me. Is Thunder minus 7.5. So it's a slight lean towards Oklahoma City. They are a little public for me, so that's definitely not a play for me. As for this total, I had this game at around a 222.5. So I don't know. With all the money coming in on the under, yet the line's creeping up, it's going to keep me off of this one as well. So another pass here. I'm very picky when it comes to the NBA. I'm not trying to force plays, obviously.
No, of course not. I like this game. I'm not touching the Bulls. I want nothing to do with the Bulls, especially on the road. I like this Oklahoma City team. They are a lot better as a dog. Although you look at you look at the games that they've been at least a 6.5-point favorite or bigger. A winning cover versus Portland, a winning cover versus San Antonio, a winning cover versus Detroit. So whenever they have been at least a 6.5-point favorite or bigger, they are 3-0 in those games, especially at home. Now, is this a spot that I want to go and take the Thunder minus 7? No, I don't really trust them as a favorite. They are 11-3 against the spread. It's a strong lean towards the Thunder. Did not bet it. Good luck to everybody who does.
Yep.
Miami. Yes, Miami. Give me OKC. I would lean that way. Minus 10. You want to grab an alternative. If you're going to do it, might as well. I think this is the game that I'm going to have I'm probably going to end up adding one more play to my card in a couple of games. So this one will be one of my last 2 plays for the day.
Clippers and Spurs. The Spurs are 8.5-point dogs, total 231 in this game. Let's get into this matchup here where we have this line history here. It opened up at a 9. It's down to an 8.5. It opened up at a 230.5. It's up to a 231.5. So move towards the over, and they move towards the Spurs. 90% of the tickets, 76% of the cash is on the under, yet those lines creeped up a point. 55% of the tickets and 91% of the cash is on the Clippers, yet this line's creep down a point, half a point. So a move towards the Spurs and a move towards the over, but yet money coming in on the Clippers and the under. Interesting. The markets aren't afraid of anything in this game, apparently. My line for this game was 6.5. So we have a spot here where the Spurs just got blown out against this team, and now they get to play them again. I don't know if there's enough line value. I think I wanted the 9. I think that's, but I would lean Spurs. I would lean over, but it's a no play for me in this game, not at all.
I like Payne. I'm going back to the Spurs. Good job, Clippers. You finally won a road game this year. Yay! Do it again. I'm just taking the Clippers. I'm taking the Spurs. I got him at 8.5. I'm going to continue the fade the Clippers train. It hit a little bit of a bump in the last game. I'm going to continue. I fell off. I'm coming back. I'm getting back on. Let's continue to ride the fade the Clippers train. Spurs plus the points.
Fair.
Oklahoma City first quarter -2.5. 8-2-1 their last 11 first quarters. There you go. Head-to-head history favors Bulls. Doesn't it? Well, Bulls have actually also had better teams, but that's interesting. Chet PNR. I can see that. Average margin of victory for OKC last 3. Home wins versus Chicago is 3. Okay. Cashed a live bet of my Lakers by 31 plus last night. They definitely blew it out. I got you. Does Celtics have the flu? I don't think they do. Why, is there something going on with it? Let's see. I'll go look up the injury report for that as we go over this 1-800-GAMBLER game.
Yeah, Memphis Grizzlies at the Houston Rockets. Who would have thought this far into the season the Rockets would be the much, much better team? Let's take a look here. For this matchup, Houston back at home, 5-point favorites. The line opened up at a 5. It's still a 5. Line opened up at a 217. It's down to a 213.5. So a big move towards the under and no line movement on the side. Let's take a look at this cash flow. And the Rockets are very public in this game. 84% of the tickets and only 67% of the cash is on the Rockets in this game. 58% of the tickets, 88% of the cash is on the under. The line has definitely moved down towards said under. Looking at my projection for this game, I have this game projected at -3 for the Rockets. So it's dog or pass for me in this game. And then for the total in this spot, I have this game projected at 212.5. So I think this line's spot on for the total. It would be Grizzlies or nothing. And so far for me, it's just the Magic and the over in Indiana at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch this game. Not even going to come close to it. This is your 1-800-GAMBLER game of the day. Memphis has been abysmal this year. 3-10, 6-6 for the Rockets. I do lean Rockets though, Nick. 6-1 the Rockets at home. 6-1-1 against the spread. So they have been phenomenal at home covering wise, and they've been made a favorite twice this year. And they had covered the spread and they had pushed the spread. So 1-0-1 against the spread as a favorite this year as well. So I kind of lean towards the Rockets at home against the Grizzlies, but do I really want to be back in the Rockets at this big of a favorite? This is the biggest they've been biggest favorite they've been all year. And probably the biggest favorite they're going to be all year, maybe besides when Portland comes to town. But I will be leaning towards the Rockets. Did not want to lay 5 points with them.
Fair. I did not bet it. So,
By the way, just Celtics have the flu. Jason Tatum is questionable tonight with an illness. Jason Tatum, that's why I said Jaylen Brown. Pass. Thrill OG play of the day. Rockets first half 2.5. I might have to jump on that with you. Now, I'm going to end up jumping on this game, Nick.
Are you now? We had the Philadelphia 76ers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves 4.5-point favorites, total 221 in this game. Let's get into this matchup here. The line history in the spot. Now, Minnesota, they did open up this game at a 1.5 yesterday. And I'm assuming everybody saw that game went to overtime because when that line reopened, it was a 4.5. And now it's up to a 5. So a big move towards the T-Wolves. Line opened up at a 220.5. It's up to a 221. So a slight move towards the over in that game as well. Even though 56% of the tickets, 73% of cash is on the under. The lines move towards the over. 84% of tickets, 72% of the cash is on the T-Wolves, and this line's skyrocketed. I think you've missed your line if you're looking to bet these T-Wolves. My line for this game is the Sixers. All right, no, my bad. Is the T-Wolves at a +5. The ultimate question is are we going to get all these starters for the Sixers tonight?
Doesn't look like, the only one that's out is Kelly Oubre, but he's going to be out for a while, or at least a week. So he's injury wise.
Yeah, and this is one part of why I hate betting the NBA, because at this number I want the 76ers at this number at +5. I just don't want to be worrying about all day whether or not some millionaire like Joel Embiid wants to play tonight because his pinky hurts. Like that's my main concern. Is I bet the Sixers now. Joel Embiid 10 minutes before game time says, "I don't feel like playing today."
The line movement kind of tells me that somebody's not playing for the Sixers.
I think it's just because they went to overtime last night.
It could be, but it's not going to move 3 points because of that.
Why not?
Why not? Because that's a lot of a line movement for a game to go to overtime. I don't know. Although they did, Philly did have to travel, but I'm not really relying on that.
Maybe it's not the greatest of spots. I don't care. I want the 76ers in this game. I would like the Sixers in this spot at +5 and +173.
I will say I'm on Minnesota. And why? Why am I in Minnesota? Because all they do is win at home. Win and cover, win and cover, win and cover. 6-0 against the spread. 6-0 outright winners at home. And they have some really nice wins in there. Miami, Denver, they beat Utah, whatever. Boston, New Orleans when they were healthy, and the Knicks. So this is a team that's constantly winning and winning by margin at home. So I'm going to just keep on grabbing them at home, and I'm going to keep riding it. So let's do it. I know everybody that probably won't like it, but Minnesota -4.5.
I guess I'm staying off of Philly.
You could bet it. I'm on the opposite side. No way T-Wolves are favored against Philly. I'm howling tonight. Wolves. Embiid is not playing. Nothing saying that he's not right now. So we'll see.
If Embiid's not playing, I'll grab him later.
Yeah, I don't think this is a spot to bet Philly. Yeah, I know it's the overtime game last night, but still, I mean, yeah. I'm grabbing 76ers right now before the game starts. Hopefully, I can get another 2 points. Are you grabbing them right before the game starts? I don't think the line moves. If they announce Joel Embiid out, I don't think the line moves because I think the line already moved for it. That's what the books are kind of telling me right now because you said it opened at a 1 and it's gone up to a 4.5, 5. That's telling me Embiid's not playing tonight without telling me Embiid's not playing tonight.
It opened up at a 4.5 right after the game ended, though.
Yeah. Wolves -3.5, 3-0 against the spread versus East. Wolves 18-17 against the spread with rest advantage since 2021. Let's get it. I like it. I like it. And then VOD from March 17th, 8 months ago, Part of another regular season. Yeah, no, I'm not. Do you know what that stat goes? Garbage. Why do I have to rely on one game in the middle of March? I don't think it matters. Plus, you look at it. Last year, T-Wolves guaranteed that game. Either Rudy Gobert or Karl Anthony Towns was out because they played very little together. This year, they're both healthy. You look at what this team is doing. Minnesota may be one of the best teams in the West. Maybe even, I know I'm a Nuggets fan, they may be the best team in the West right now. So I'm grabbing them. Yes. I don't think the line goes any further either. Yeah. Yeah, arrested T-Wolves all day. I'm all over it. I'm all over it. Last 3 games are kind of trash to me, but we'll keep rolling with it.
You're kind of trash, but it is what it is.
Thank you.
We have the Golden State Warriors and the Phoenix Suns. The Suns 1.5-point home favorites in this game. Total of 231 in this game. Let's get into this line history for this spot. Because let's take a look where this line opened. It opened up at a 2.5 for Phoenix. It's down to a 1.5. Line opened up at a 234. It's down to a 231. So move towards the over, or move towards the under, and then move towards the Warriors. Let's take a look at the cash flow in the spot. See if it correlates with that. Where we have 65% of tickets and 43% of the cash is on the Suns, and the line is moved towards the Warriors. We have 71% of the tickets and 73% of the cash is on the over, but yet this line is moved towards the under in this spot here. Let's take a look at what my projection for this game is, and it is Phoenix minus 2.5. So I see about a point of value with the Suns in this game, but that's just because the line's moved half a point. As for the total in this spot, I have this game projected around 228, so I see value in the under. I don't want to grab an under when the line's already dropped 3 points, though. That's something there, but it's just a pass for me.
Well, we already established earlier in the show that the Heat are the hottest team in the NBA. The Warriors are the coldest team in the NBA. Last 7 games, a loss to Denver, a loss to Cleveland, a loss to Minnesota, a loss to Minnesota, a loss to OKC, a loss to OKC, and they finally won a game against Houston. This has been a Warriors team that is struggling right now. They are going up against a Phoenix team that played last night, and they, depending on what line you got it, they either covered or pushed last night against Portland. One at 120, 107, which makes 4 straight wins for the Suns. I looked at this game. I kind of lean Warriors, just because if I'm going to back them, they've been playing a little bit better. Crazy to say this year on the road. 5-2 on the road this year compared to 2-6 at home. So this has been a complete opposite of what they were last year. I lean Warriors. Am I betting it? No. It was their last match played. Game history seems to be a greater indicate for future results. Yes, if maybe the game was in this regular season. If they haven't played this regular season, then to me, personally, it doesn't matter. You could use it. If you use it and it works for you, awesome. Keep using it. I don't use it because, to me, those stats are useless because it's 2 different teams and a bunch of different players. So I'm not interested in going after that. So good luck to you when you use those. But, hey, thanks, guys. See you later. See you later, Markel. This game is going to be kind of trash, too.
I don't know what's more 1-800-GAMBLER. Washington, Charlotte, or Utah, Portland. Line opened up at a -3. It's down to a 2.5, so a half-point line movement towards Portland. We see this every freaking game with Portland, no? Is that the sharps are on them, and the line moves towards them, and then they get blown out. So I'm tired of falling for that every game. Line opened up at a 225.5. It's up to a 226. So I move towards the over in this game as well. 78% of the tickets, 99% of the cash is on the over. And we have 80% of the tickets, 94% of the cash is on the Jazz. And yet this line's moved towards the Blazers. So once again, but my number for this game is Utah -0.5. So about 2 points of value here with Portland. God damn it. And I don't need to bet it. I'm not going to. And I have this line at a 225.5, so I think that line's spot on at total. It'd be Portland or nothing. I ain't betting this game, though.
Yeah, I'm not either. 1-800-GAMBLER and keep moving. This one's not a game for me.
Stop it. Get some help.
Gonzaga. Who does Gonzaga got today? Forgot who Gonzaga is today.
I don't remember.
Stop Gio in the house with our intro. Slept in like a mofo, but glad I catch y'all late. Good luck, guys. Good luck to you, Stop Gio. You're in time for the final game of the day.
Yeah, we have the Lakers and the Mavericks. We have the Mavericks 3-point road favorites in this game with a total of 240 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history, where this line did open up at a -1 for Dallas. It's up to a -3. And this line opened up at a 237. It's up to a 240. So a move towards the over and a move towards the Mavericks. 63% of the tickets, 63% of the cash is on the Mavericks. So I understand the line movement towards them. 75% of the tickets are on the over. The line is moved set over. I have the wrong team favored in this matchup here. I think I'm going to move on the Lakers in this game at +3 and plus 128 with the Lakers. And maybe this is just me falling for a trap, and probably they'll announce LeBron James not playing or some stupid thing like that. I have this game projected at 238 as well, but I'm looking more at the side, and I haven't bet them much this year, but I want the Lakers in this game, and I get it. They just played a back-to-back, but how much did these guys truly play last night? Because it was a blowout by halftime. So I'm assuming
I don't know exactly how many minutes they played, but
so that doesn't concern me too much here.
No.
Them playing on a back-to-back. I want the Lakers in this spot. I want the Lakers +3, and I want the Lakers money line. So I'm going to move on that.
I want nothing in this game. I will say the Lakers have been great at home, 7-1 at home this year, but they are 3-5 against the spread. So I'm not really interested.
But they're dogs. They're dogs.
They are dogs, which works out nicely for them at home. But that line is kind of telling me that they are that somebody is sitting in this game. That's what it's. Although the Mavericks have been good this year, they've been struggling in their last couple of games, losses to New Orleans, Milwaukee, and Sacramento. But I'm going to stay away from this game. I'm going to pass on it to end the night. I know it's the boring way out, but that's what I'm doing.
Well, I'm on the Laker money line, so let's run it.
Laker money line for Nick. All right. That is all of the games for today. Yes, marking in props. That's fine. The LA shit show. No thanks. Pass. Yeah, me too. How about some housekeeping? We'll make it brief. All the links are above Nick's head, or they're in the description for YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. I forgot to post out the card today. I'm going to do that right after the show for college basketball. The first game starts at 3 o'clock, so you guys got time. If you guys are interested in that, boom, right there. Let's recap for the NBA and the NHL. For me, I am on the over in the Sabres. I'm on the Canes puck line. I'm on the Panthers. I'm on the Rangers. I'm on the Vegas Golden Knights, and I'm on the Canucks. I'm on the Nuggets, the over in the Wizards game, Nets, Bucks, Heat, Spurs, and T-Wolves. There you go. Nick?
Yeah, the NBA, Orlando first quarter, Orlando first half. Money lines, +110, +125. I'm on the over 239.5 with Toronto, Indiana. I'm on the Lakers +3 and Lakers +128. In the NHL, I am on the Blackhawks, the Penguins, Edmonton, Carolina over 6.5, Blues money line, Calgary money line, and Calgary, Nashville over 6, Ducks money line, and ending with the Canucks money line as well.
There you go. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow with another. Well, we won't be back tomorrow. No show tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Oh.
And we'll see you guys on Friday. Peace out.